So, we're going to watch this nice little video that LiveWire requested Wolf to watch. I'm going to watch it too for the first time because I love being entertained and I love learning. I still can't believe LiveWire would request you to watch something like this. What an asshole. He needs to be tarred and feathered. He needs to be, sent to the gallows. Like, this guy is just a total scumbag. Jeffrey, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should know better. I can't believe you would do such a thing. What a toxic, toxic, toxic person you are, Jeffrey. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you, sir. Let's watch.
You may have heard Stockholm Syndrome mentioned when people talk about things like true crime or Beauty and the Beast. But what is it really? Where did the term come from? Why does it happen? And how common is it? Well, you're in luck for some answers.
All right.
We did the research, so you don't have to.
Nice.
The robbery that named the condition. Stockholm Syndrome is generally defined as the occurrence where hostages form emotional attachments to their captors and or begin to feel sympathy for them.
Well, I wouldn't call Fatso a captor per se, but a mental captor, sure.
Criminologist and psychiatrist Nils Bejerot first coined the term Stockholm Syndrome in 1973. That year, 4 people were held hostage during a bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden. Yet, upon being released, the hostages didn't show any anger towards their captor. Instead, they defended him and even refused to testify against him in court. Since then, Stockholm Syndrome has been spotted in various situations, not just hostages and kidnappings. It has been recorded in victims of sexual abuse, human trafficking, discrimination, terror, and political and religious oppression as well.
Sexual abuse and human trafficking. Oh, jeez, man, that's going to be a terrible future.
The circumstances that create it. Psychologists believe that this reaction happens as a coping mechanism and can occur as a result of hopelessness and frustration.
A coping mechanism caused by hopelessness and frustration. I would add desperation to that also. What do you think, Cooper? You think so too, bud? Yeah, I think so too, bud.
A victim may feel the police aren't doing their job well enough, which creates a resentment that the captor can relate to. However, the victim doesn't automatically agree with their oppressor. In almost all cases of Stockholm Syndrome, the captor has to spend face-to-face time with the victim for this to occur. Gradually, the victim may start to view them more as a person than a villain. The dark results of Stockholm Syndrome. Once released, victims of abduction or those situations listed above may develop the following symptoms.
PTSD.
Compassion for one's captor, refusal to admit
Depression.
the wrongdoing, flashbacks of the event, increased aggression, depression, guilt, and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Got 2 of them. I got 2 of them. It's almost like Dizee was thinking about becoming a psychologist when he was younger. Or I just have a lot of common sense.
They may also develop a dependency on their aggressor.
A dependency on someone. Like they can't think for themselves. Like they're always going to have to rely on someone else. Jeez, oh my god, dude. Can you believe this shit, boys? Fuck.
They feel they cannot survive without them. The good news is most people in hostage situations do not develop Stockholm Syndrome. The rarity of captor compassion. The FBI's hostage barricade system says that 92% of people in these circumstances do not present any symptoms that would indicate Stockholm Syndrome.
8%'s a lot, though.
However, it is still very real and should be taken seriously.
8%'s a lot.
How serious can it get? Each person's reaction to a hostage situation is different.
What are you
However,
boys doing?
there
Come
are
on,
a few
boys.
famous examples where the attachment one had to their abductor went very far. Natasha Kampusch. Natasha Kampusch was abducted as a child in 1998. After her abuser's death, she kept a picture of him in her wallet and even bought the house she was held in.
That's fucked.
Patty Hearst. After Patty Hearst, the granddaughter of William Hearst, was taken by a terrorist group in 1974, the media went into a flurry. But, to everyone's surprise, she eventually joined the group that took her. Mary McElroy.
What the fuck?
Mary
They're all
McElroy
women.
was
They're all
kidnapped
women.
in 1933. After being rescued from her abductors, she claimed they were only businessmen. She visited them in jail and eventually committed suicide, leaving a note that said, "My 4 captors were probably the only people on Earth who don't consider me an utter fool.
That's sad.
You have your death penalty now. So, please, give them a chance." We understand the
sad.
significant effects abuse and confinement has on a person and want to provide emotional support to those who have been through a similar situation. If you would like to learn more about Stockholm Syndrome, you can find additional
Sad stuff.
information in the links below and in our article, Stockholm Syndrome Traumatic Bonding. Let us know in the comments if you
Sad
know
stuff,
other
huh, Ted?
examples or healing tips for those
Yeah,
recovering.
that's pretty sad.
Thanks for watching.
There was a comment though. First of all, let's thumbs up this video. 107 thumbs downs. Damn, Fatso, you really are on the ball in this one. All right, so there was a comment here. Oh, here it is. It's a pretty messed up condition. People in an abusive relationship with abusive parents can also get this. It's sad stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're 2 for 2 there. And then we have this one. I'm in a support group for Will you boys calm down? I'm trying to narrate here. I'm in a support group for victims of narcissistic abusers, and a lot of us either used to have Stockholm Syndrome or show a lot of symptoms. One common trait is that one common trait in this type of abuse is the fact that their personality disorder makes them think they are genuinely doing nothing wrong because they're the ones doing it. Shit, dude. It's almost like this guy posted this for you. And will explain to their victims why they are right because they can't stand when people don't recognize how truly perfect they are. Well, I don't know. Livewire, you are just a disgusting, disgusting person for telling little Wolfie here to watch this and maybe, think about things. I don't know. What type of person would subject someone to this? Shame on you, sir. Shame on motherfucking you. Peace.